post that. Let's see it.
Live from the MRU radio booth, CMRU.ca brings you coast to coast. Here with all your hockey news, here is Alex Furco, Casey Freeman, Braden Renshaw, Marek Robinson, and Phil Tremblay.
Talk about some nostalgia.
Kicking it old school today.
Whoa! Haven't heard that one in a while.
We had some tech problems in the TV studio, so now we're back in the radio booth. I'm as always Alex Furco with Casey Freeman.
Hello.
Marek Robinson.
Thank God this is the only time we're doing this.
Phil Tremblay.
Why do you gotta get some radio booth, man?
I like the TV studio.
I do like the TV
The
studio.
TikToks
too.
look so much better on the TV studio.
That is true.
They do. Yeah.
Because there's no microphones in our face. Although I think we have this frame that it might work out. Anyway.
Hopefully it works out
These are
fine.
really, really good sunglasses. I will not lie to you. These are fantastic. Found these on the right here.
Why?
So on the show today,
That was like Agent Smith from The Matrix.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
we're going to talk about the Flames as we always do, a little bit from last night, and then we're going to run down tonight. That started about 24 minutes ago Mountain Time. Then we have a Hitmen Corner, and then that should be it. But we're going to start, as we always do, with the Calgary Flames. Coming back down 4-1 to win 6-5 in overtime against the Vancouver Canucks.
Undefeated, baby. 1-0. Let's go.
How do you choke? How?
That is crazy, though. That is a wild joke.
I commented on the Flames Instagram page about this win, saying this is the standard now.
No, it's not.
This is the standard.
It should be.
They
just proved.
We have seen that they're capable of doing this.
Yeah.
I also just wanted to be known. It's one game.
Don't care. I don't quite
It
care.
goes the same for the teams that lost 6-0 yesterday. It goes the same for the teams that win.
No, but Calgary came back from a 4-1 lead, from a 4-1 deficit. That
Which
is
something
the
they
standard.
didn't do like at all last season. Like, there's heart in the team, which is nice to see.
I feel like there's games going on right now.
That Zari Backlund Coleman line just went off last night.
Best Connor in the NHL.
No, it's second best. Connor Brown's the best Connor in the NHL. I just want that to be heard. Thank you.
Well, he was
there a
also
problem?
head.
I'm surprised you went Connor Brown.
Dude, Connor Brown's the GOAT. I'm saying he's you know what? Better than Gretzky.
Like, think of all the
Connor Brown is better than Gretzky.
Think of all the Connors in the league.
Yeah, Connor Brown.
Does this happen to you guys every once in a while on the NHL site? Like, it just randomly takes you to the shop?
Never once has happened to me ever.
It's happened to me like
No, I think
4
you shouldn't have
times.
asked me
Never
that.
once has happened. Never once has happened to me ever.
Like,
all right. So with the Flames and Canucks, I think I had a theme of like overreacting. You can't. Both kind of fan bases are going to be overly excited if you're a Flames fan, overly not excited if you're a Canucks fan. You also got to keep in mind it is game 1. There's 81 games left, and you're going to be able to win more, and you're going to be able to lose more. So it's not the end of the world.
Nope, plan the parade.
Yep. Put them on the cup now.
This is it.
This is it. We're getting there. Well, because Vancouver, if it was like any other team but Vancouver, I'd be stoked.
No, that's fair.
Or like I'd be like agreeing with you, but like Vancouver was like almost a cup contender last year.
I do also believe that
it's pretty sweet to have that kind of.
But they have a baby goalie, so.
I do actually.
But they made it through the round of the playoffs with the baby goalie.
Speaking of that baby goalie, apparently a lot of teams seem to have found his quote-unquote weakness, and it's point shots. A lot of the goals from Calgary seem to be like go right from the point, and it's shot tipped in. And he had a lot of trouble trying to save those.
Anderson's was long range. Uyghur's was bar down.
Obviously, Zari's was point
I could
blank.
watch the goal simulations.
Mantha's was up close, as was Huberdeau's.
So
Zari's was up close too.
Mantha's was the dance. That was so nice. Oh, it was an exciting time.
Mantha fresh off a penalty too.
Also, some breaking news. It's 1-0 Maple Leafs and 1-0 Senators.
Nice. I love this is something that I just discovered like in the past like in the last 10 minutes while we were setting up for the other show. This goal simulation thing is so cool. But they have a goal simulation for every goal from the Flames game last night, except for Jonathan Huberdeau.
I actually think you should say who scored the goal for the Leafs.
Max Pacioretty scored for the Leafs.
That's the first goal for the season for them.
Max Pacioretty.
Sorry, I just saw that.
That's actually kind of cool.
Pretty
That's
cool.
kind of cool.
Good for him.
Anyways.
Something I wanted to focus on from the game as well, the Kevin Rooney hit.
Oh, that was rough.
So,
I don't know if
did he come? So he didn't come back to the game.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
He was very narrowly stretched off.
Yeah, he barely got up.
Yeah.
He probably should have been stretched off as a precaution.
Yeah.
I saw them like trying to like get him up, and I was like, "What are you?
What are you doing?
Leave him."
Yeah. whenever someone's like on their back, and if you saw the Rooney, you know what I'm talking about. His hands and wrists just kind of float there.
Yeah.
Just
Especially
tell him to stay down, stretcher him off.
even if
there's
it's
no shame
not,
in staying down.
No.
At that point.
especially when there's a potential neck injury, you want to be stretchered off just
But
in case.
but immediately after the hit, people were pointing fingers at Miller. But that pass should never, ever happen ever.
That's why growing up, when hitting is introduced, like you are literally told do not give a suicide pass, or if you are going to give a suicide pass by accident, you yell leave it.
Yeah.
You don't touch it.
Yeah.
There's been a few times when I played that like my defenseman would pass and he literally would be like don't touch it, leave it.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm getting decked from behind.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's just ridiculous.
Rooney didn't receive the pass anyway, but the puck went right by him.
And
If
boom.
if he receives that pass, he's gonna get lit up either way.
That is such a.
I think another thing people hated was that apparently the Canucks fans were chanting.
Yeah,
to
so
Miller
that's-
as this was
yeah.
happening.
Apparently Zara was overhearing some fans chant for Miller's name, I think it
Yeah.
was. Which
Yeah, not a
classy.
good look.
Stay classy, Vancouver.
That's
But that I put nothing about that hit on Miller. He's doing his job
He's just
on
playing the
the
game.
forecheck.
Playing the
No, you never make that pass, period.
yeah.
And hopefully Rooney gets better fast.
Bless him.
Obviously, he's not as integral as name a top 6 Flame.
Sorry.
Zari, yeah,
Sharing
especially
the
after
mix.
last night.
But
as
like
well.
this,
Very-
this is crazy. I'm just rewatching this. Like, as they're bringing the stretcher onto the ice, they're like, "Oh, we'll get him out."
Yeah, stand up,
Whose
stand up.
Whose idea was that?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
would you do that?
Even if it was Rooney saying, "I'm
Yeah,
good,"
even if he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." No, you
No,
leave
you-
him
no,
down.
you're staying down.
That's basically the equivalent of the Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua saying, "Oh, I can play."
Yeah, exactly.
After
Yeah.
4 concussions.
Like
Yeah,
you just
no.
look at the angle that he went into those boards, and
From the
that's
Coast to
such a
Coast
terrible
podcast, we hope that Rooney makes it well and
makes
safe.
it just in general.
Just makes it. Comes back well quickly and healthy.
yeah,
And
make a speedy recovery. That hit looked bad.
legal, but bad.
Legal but bad. Hopefully he never has to face a path like that ever again.
Yeah.
In post or on YouTube, I'm going to whack up the predictions for tonight as we kind of move on
Oh,
to
just-
tonight's stuff. Unless you wanted to.
One more thing. Both Miller and Mantha, I believe, got Gordie Howe hat tricks.
They did,
Because they fought each other.
and my fantasy teams are.
Yeah, because you
Oh,
have
they
Mantha
are-
and Miller.
I have Mill on one team and I have Manta on the other, and in both leagues, penalty minutes are negative 0.75 for each minute.
And those were 15-minute.
They were 5 minutes, but Mantha had an additional minor in that game as well, which completely nixed his goal. Thanks, Anthony.
I got definitely hurt because Mackey's goalie was Shesterkin, and my favorite team is the Penguins. They lost to Shesterkin, and
That's
then
it.
and then Shesterkin got a lot of fantasy points.
I cannot take you seriously with
Good.
those sunglasses on right now.
What's going on? I feel like Agent Smith from the Matrix right now.
That's good.
But let's
That's
move
good.
on to
Moving
tonight,
on.
seeing as it's partly underway now.
Yeah.
Do we want to do some live updates real quick?
Sure, if you want to roll through scores.
Nothing
All right,
has
I got it.
changed
I got
yet.
it. It is 1-0 Senators against the Panthers. It is 2-0
Oh, 2-0 Leafs.
Leafs. It is 1-0 Canadians against the Bruins. And the Leafs goal scorers are
Bobby McCann.
and Max
McMahon.
Pacioretty. McMahon. The Canadians goal scorer is Brendan Gallagher. And who
Tim
do you think
Stützle.
who scored? Oh,
Oh, sorry.
hey man, I'm in.
Kinda spoiled it a bit.
I'm in the sunglasses here. Let's keep it like that, okay?
Lane Hudson picking up an
Okay.
assist
That,
on
yeah,
Montreal's
that
goal.
limits your speaking time with the
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Demoted.
And it's 0-0 in the Kings and Sabres game.
I didn't even remember what I predicted. I was like half asleep when I sent that. Because I
Well,
woke up this morning and I
You
saw that
sent
text.
you sent 7 out of 9 picks, by the way.
Here's
I-
the predictions
You
for
missed
the
him on the
teams.
first text.
I missed
If
one.
you're watching it on YouTube, here you go. If you're on CMRU, I'm sorry. Here's the predictions for YouTube.
Hi,
Boom.
CMRU listeners.
I put them in.
I also
I'm
put a
wearing
K in the word blues. So
Um,
I didn't read that.
I was.
I was also tired.
It
when
was
I
a
was
rough
doing it.
morning.
Two storylines to watch in
Blues.
games. Two storylines going on games to watch right now. Panthers and Senators, obviously battle of the Kachuk brothers.
I love
also,
that.
also cast your minds back to last season when I think 2 of the 4 games between the Panthers and Senators resulted in
A lot of penalties.
Triple-digit penalty minutes.
Every player on the ice
Yeah.
getting a penalty.
the memorable soundbite, as well as for Toronto and New Jersey. Leafs goalie Dennis Hildeby is getting his NHL debut tonight.
Yeah, Sheldon Keefe's debut.
Markstrom's not playing?
Nope.
Weird.
No, Hildeby's
Markstrom's-
a Leafs goalie.
Ah!
Never
Yeah.
heard of him.
Yeah,
Markstrom's
never.
currently getting out-goalied by a third string.
Yeah, so Dennis Hildeby is getting his NHL debut for the Leafs tonight, and Sheldon
Maybe
Keefe,
he'll be a Mountain one day.
now New Jersey Devils head coach, formerly head coach for the Leafs, coaching against his old team for the first time.
I'm disappointed you didn't get that, Alex. Mountain to be.
I've been trying to get through
Just
what I've been
work.
trying to talk
Eventually.
about.
Gotta have some fun in that.
One notable loss from the Senators is they don't have Yakimchuk. We're all very upset about that,
Especially Phil.
especially me.
Especially
Who
Phil.
would have guessed?
Granted, I said the Panthers were going to win, but Senators are up 1-0 with 7 shots on goal already.
That means nothing
Yeah,
nowadays.
I was
though.
gonna say.
Shots on goal?
No, any score.
give-
Like,
Oh,
it could be
just
5
give us the
nothing.
score in
Give it
general.
5 minutes and the Devils will be up 6-2 on the Leafs.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
The
I
Ducks?
was,
you said
I was
the
like, I
Ducks.
was talking about Panthers Senators. You went with Devils. I was like, yeah, I don't think the Devils are going to be up 7-3 on the Senators. They're not playing each other.
Also worth noting from the Panthers, Carter Verhaeghe signed an 8-year contract with the Panthers after our last show.
Which you would have known if you are on the Coast to Coast TikTok. Just saying.
It was 8 years, and what was the
I think it
AAV?
was 7 million.
Lots of money.
How old is he?
Actually, you wouldn't know
29.
because you misspelled Florida.
Old.
Yeah, I did. Guess what?
Carter Verhaeghe looks like a cartoon character. He has like
What
very
does
big
that
teeth.
mean?
Please elaborate.
He has like his teeth like I would like the movie, the Goofy movie. I imagine Carter
I don't-
Verhaeghe could.
You also
star in
find
that.
Ryan Graves attractive. I don't know if I can believe that.
And to confirm it is also 7 mil.
Look at his
across
face.
8 years.
Look up pictures of him right now. And
Carter
it's his
Verhaeghe.
teeth, his mouth, his teeth
Alex,
are
can you
alive.
in
Remember,
post,
he
can
has
you
way
please-
more E's in
Can
his
you
name
please
than
put
you
a
think.
comparison to Verhaeghe and whoever Casey's talking about?
We're talking about
I am.
Verhaeghe.
It's
No,
Verhaeghe
ca-
versus
the
Verhaeghe.
cartoon character.
Like
Oh.
Goofy movie character. Look up like the Goofy movie and Bradley Uppercrust.
Yeah, he just looks like a normal
Look
guy.
up Bradley Uppercrust.
Bradley Upper.
Look him up
Uppercrust?
from the extremely Goofy movie. The second.
Upper crust?
I
I don't see it.
Casey, I don't think I'm with you on
Their,
that.
I love
their
it.
teeth.
I
Look
love
at their
that- I
teeth.
love
Is
that
Carter
we're-
Verhaeghe smiling in the picture? that
Casey,
you're
I
looking
can't
at?
see a lot right now, and I still don't see
I
it.
love that we're in a time pinch, but we have time to talk about Bradley
Yeah.
Uppercrust.
Carter Verhaeghe just has lots of teeth.
I miss
Other
This would have been
storylines.
perfect for Braden to
All
be here.
humans have the same amount of teeth.
Other storylines to follow
No,
for the
please.
game tonight. Nashville, Steven Stamkos and Marchessault make their debuts.
You're missing someone.
Brady Shea,
There you
my apologies, Casey. They all make their Nashville Predators debut against the Stars tonight at 6
That's not
Mountain.
Wedgwood. What? He's playing against his former team.
Yeah, no,
He's
I-
starting?
Crazy.
I
yeah,
have
he's
Sar-
starting.
he's
He's
starting,
UCLA.
yeah.
I have
Stars is
Saros
still
in
out.
fantasy, so that's why I'm a little annoyed.
And also, the Lightning and Hurricanes game on Saturday has been postponed due to Milton
Yeah,
Hurricane
Hurricane
Milton.
Milton.
tearing apart Tropicana
Florida.
Field.
Yeah.
That
If
is
you've
probably
seen the video.
yeah, it is
It's crazy.
it's brutal
It is
and
insane.
hope everyone who was able to evacuate or who hasn't evacuated has made it out safe and will be safe. So
If you haven't evacuated, you probably should have.
That game also not to be confused with the Lightning in Carolina tomorrow.
that's ironic.
Yeah, so they-
Tampa Bay is in.
So
a
they
hurricane.
had a home and home where Tampa would be in Carolina Friday, and then Carolina go to Tampa on Saturday. But
I know
Saturday
that
games is postponed.
just from the hurricane perspective, I know they destroyed the Rays baseball stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tropicana.
So I wouldn't be if Tampa doesn't have their stadium. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to the Panthers one.
Yeah, but I mean, Tropicana Field is also like it
Old.
doesn't really have a like. It didn't have a like.
But
It's
it's
not.
crazy.
It's not a normal roof.
It was supposed
a
to be
tarp.
like a.
It's like a dome.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a safe place for people to go though. Which
Yeah,
is
that's true.
crazy.
There were people,
I'm
like,
that's
stationed
crazy.
there.
And it could just get ripped apart. Like I don't know.
3-0 Maple Leafs.
God, who-
Stephen Lawrence.
I think
Steven
I,
Lorentz,
Oh my
former
gosh.
Panther.
did I pick the Devils
I
on my
picked the Devils.
predictions?
I picked the Devils.
I haven't
Another
picked
notable
the
storyline:
Oh, I
the
missed-
Columbus Blue Jackets play their first regular season game today without Johnny Gaudreau.
Mm.
So
Who are they against?
Minnesota.
Minnesota Wild.
Talking about the Jags as well, Boone Jenner underwent shoulder surgery. This season just keeps getting tougher.
Yeah, it's
for
going to be a rough
Columbus.
season for Columbus.
Yeah. Man, like the past couple years, on the whole for Columbus, every time I want to talk about Columbus on the show, I always
just get sad.
Well, it's not even that. I always remember before we expanded to 5 hosts, you and Landon had a show called No Conductor where I wasn't there for it.
Yeah, that was one of our best shows.
And near the end of that show, Landon says, "We never talk about the Jackets. I have nothing to say about them. We just never talk about it." So every time we have the Jackets on the show, I always think about that one from Landon Brown.
I got nothing to say about
it. For the predictions, everyone chose the
good.
Devils except for Braden and Casey.
So 2 people chose the Devils and 3 people.
Yeah, everyone except for 2/5 of the show.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
I'm low-key getting a headache, but I gotta stick to the...
Yeah, those might be prescription.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to the character.
The character?
The character.
What is happening?
But you should be different than normal Marek. They're Aiden?
Actually, shout out to producer Aiden for these absolutely stunning sunglasses.
You look like... There was a streamer.
Is that on
Talkback?
Talkback?
Bradley Uppercrust from the Goofy movie?
What is your obsession with the Goofy movie?
What? Have you never seen it?
I
Max
have.
Goof was my first crush. He's a dog.
Let's get back.
Dog.
For the safety of everyone, let's get back to hockey.
You look like the streamer that just got... Like Dr. Danger or whatever his name is. Is that his name?
Oh,
Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, but
That's
I
who you
don't
look like
like
right
minors.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I was getting too out of
hockey.
pocket here. But
Where are we going to next?
Do you want to do Hitman Corner?
I'm not prepared for that right now, Alex. Give me 2 seconds.
Fair enough.
There's only one game. It won't take me long.
Jumping back to last night a bit, there is some storylines I did want to kind of briefly mention. So we talked about the Flames Canucks game already. Another one I wanted to mention is the Leafs and Canadiens game. Because I believe the history that was made was Sam Montembeault made the most saves in a shutout in a season opening game
Something like
with 47
Oh,
shots.
that was a goaltender's duel
48.
of well-known, super really good goalies, Montembeault and Anthony Stolarz.
super really
Oh yeah,
good.
the Vesna candidates right
Yeah,
here.
exactly. It ended 1-0. Caulfield, in his first game wearing the number 13 jersey for Johnny Gaudreau, does score, and then what I thought was really cool...
Beautiful tic-tac-toe.
What I thought was really cool is on the way to the bench, the camera will be able to see it. Obviously, if you're listening on Seymour, you won't. He takes his glove, kisses his mouth, and then points to the sky for Gaudreau, which I thought was a really good gesture.
Just a beautiful serve from Slavkovsky for Cole Caulfield. And I didn't even see it live. I just know just from the NHL.com Game Center goal simulation. Which is
I also thought it was cool that
It
Cole
could be.
was the only goal of that game, too. But
yeah, no, I pretty exciting games just overall. New York Rangers look fantastic.
Tristan Jarry does not look fantastic. I do want to highlight one player from the Penguins, if that's possible.
Go ahead.
As long as it's not Sidney Crosby.
Anthony Beauvillier.
I was just going to cover that.
That-
It was 48 saves, NHL record for a season opening shutout. As you were.
Anthony Beauvillier is he is fast. Obviously Pittsburgh didn't do every time.
End of statement.
He's
He's like really fast.
In that
Speedy,
game,
that's
Pittsburgh would find themselves in the offensive zone. They couldn't beat Shesterkin, but then every chance that Crosby, Beauvillier, and O'Connor or Raquel were on, it was just they were dominating, and then they went the other way and scored. But regardless, it was just nice to see that quick line mate that Crosby could make a lot of connection with after losing Jake Gensel, and I'm looking forward to the season of hopefully scoring a goal. But other than that, that was pretty good.
You guys are pretty good at doing it on yourselves, so try that. It might work.
Got him.
Although Jerry, you look at it. It's,
Jarry.
Sorry, that one we had to correct you on there. All right, he's turned the mic off. So, anyways, Tristan
Sorry.
Jarry did not play very good.
I'm so picky when it comes to names.
Tristan Jarry did not play very good. He lets in 4 goals, then becomes Martin Brodeur, stops everything, and then lets another 2 goals in. If you ask any
I mean, he
Penguins
faced
fan,
40 shots.
yeah, if you saw those goals, you're not gonna be very happy.
Well, I can see the goals
No,
on the NHL.com
Anyways,
Game Center
if you
goal
ask a Penguins
simulation.
fan, currently Nedeljkovic is hurt, and if you watched last year, Nedeljkovic did start the last 13 games, even the back-to-back ones, which
was
is unheard of. So
Okay, no, I see what you mean.
Bounce back, Pittsburgh for tonight. They play at 6 p.m. against the Detroit Red Wings. Be a very nice game to bounce back. Hopefully they start off the game with just a goal.
Where is Jerry?
Jari. He's the goalie.
Where? Tell me, without the
He's-
numbers, tell me which one is Jerry.
He's the one in the net.
The goalie? What are you talking about?
They don't have a tracker on him because they assume he's going to be in the crease at all times.
No, they have a tracker on him.
Okay, well, he's in the net.
There's no one in the net.
There's no one in the net. I mean,
That's the joke I'm
That's
making.
the fault of the tracker.
That's why they kept
It wouldn't-
scoring.
It wouldn't be the first time
No one was
Jari is
there.
out of the net when someone team scores, but anyways, Alex, let's move on
But
from
there's still 5 people.
move
Oh,
on
so
from
it
the
just
fact that
glitched and
Pittsburgh-
put him over here.
Before
You
we jump into Aiden's question about hockey,
the return.
the Canadiens and Bruins game is currently tied at 2, 6 minutes
What
left in the
the?
first period. The second goal by the Bruins was scored by former Hitman Mark Kastelik,
Mark Cass.
assisted by dearly missing Calgary Nikita Bleepin Zadorov.
Hey, I'm just saying,
First
Swayman.
point is a
Hey,
my
Swayman, you're really
favorite.
making that money with that
That's dope for
6-6.
Kastelik.
Swayman's really
Kastelik.
making that money for that 6-6-7 save percentage.
Castellet.
And
Oh.
I was told that Aiden has a question about hockey. So Aiden, what's your question about hockey?
I was going to say something about Kastelik, but go for it, Aiden.
Aiden Johnner.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Aiden Johnner.
Yes, how's everybody doing all right?
We're doing all right.
Awesome. Well, I have a question here about hockey.
Yeah.
So, after a quick Google search, I came across a website. It's Forbes Betting, and they have here the 10 teams that have never won a Stanley Cup.
Yes.
So, Arizona Coyotes, Buffalo Sabres,
Well, they can't win.
Columbus Blue
Coyotes don't count, but
Jackets,
sure.
Minnesota Wild, Nashville Predators, Ottawa Senators, San Jose Sharks, Seattle Kraken, Vancouver Canucks, Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
Of these 10 teams, which do you guys believe is the most deserving of a Stanley Cup?
Vancouver.
Deserving?
Deserving.
2010, absolutely.
Now fight about it. Bye, guys.
It's Vancouver.
I would think
But no, this isn't the
Vancouver.
team that's most likely to win a cup. It's the
do
most
you mean
deserving.
like right now or just in general?
Just in
'Cause
general,
Vancouver
most
was
deserving.
very close.
Vancouver,
They've been close they were close multiple times.
yeah, exactly.
like
So
3
I'm going to
times
say
at least.
Vancouver.
I'm saying a combination between Ottawa and San Jose.
Seattle.
A combination between them. What do you mean?
I'm going to say Utah
Actually, I'm gonna go
Hockey
Ottawa,
Club.
purely
Their fan
because
base is
if
really
Ottawa beat-
dedicated.
In 2017, if Ottawa made it to the Cup Finals, I think they beat the Predators.
But was that the only time they were close?
Yes.
Okay,
In
but
recent
yeah,
memory,
Vancouver's
yes.
been close. 94, 2011, and then last year.
They were kind of close last year. They made it to the second.
Yeah. well,
They're closer than the other teams.
Or San
maybe
Jose.
Predators.
I also think just San Jose because I would have loved for Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau to get Joe Pavelski to get a Stanley
Well, I'm
Cup.
happy they lost that one specific year, but just me.
I'd
Oh,
say
no.
Predators or Vancouver.
I'm saying Ottawa.
I think
Most
Predators.
deserving.
If you ask me, like right now, I would say Predators look like they're probably going to be the closest to do it in the future. I'd say if you're taking in the history, I would say Vancouver. How many times could I say? I would say.
Vancouver.
If we're going who deserves it based on their kind of unlucky history, I would say Columbus probably makes a short list there. But I'm going to go with Buffalo. I'm gonna go with Buffalo for that one.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Why?
Because they've been so bad for so long.
yeah, because they've
Does
been
Buffalo
so bad for so
exist?
long.
I know.
Um,
I can't even name one.
especially after the 99 kind of foot in the crease goal against Dallas. I'm looking at the list of teams here, and none of them have really been kind of eliminated from the finals, much less, or the playoffs, much less the finals.
Well, one team's been eliminated, period, from the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Got delegated to Utah.
but I'm not going to give it to Utah because they haven't done anything.
I don't know. Their fan base seems pretty dedicated.
So I'd say Buffalo.
They've been hardcore fans for like months.
Hey, they're the best franchise of all time. 100% win rate.
It's true. Also, they broke a record on beer sales, which isn't hard to do when beer
Have you
is
seen their-
$15.
No, they're $2.
I think they have cheap.
Like
beer.
everything's like
Not
$2.
beer.
Oh,
Not
well, all the
beer.
food is like $2 to $3.
The food is
Yeah,
the
they
beer
have,
is
they have
not.
fan-friendly prices.
Every other
Must be
NHL team,
nice.
take notes.
Must be well. They're still charging $15 for a beer.
Yeah, but like, dude, food is $2.
that's like 18, 19 Canadian.
But you already know, like, that's just gonna hurt your stomach. The cheap food.
Oh yeah, but it's like popcorn and
That's
chips.
the
though,
point.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
the fun of it.
That's
Though.
the fun of it.
Nachos.
I
That's
want.
for
I
Riz.
want.
Oh,
that.
I at the Saddle Dome the other day, I got nachos, and instead of getting cheese and salsa, I just wanted 2 cheeses, and they said that was an upcharge now. So I'm mad.
I don't think Alex is very.
That's all I got.
All right, Alex, brings back.
I am mad.
I mean, no, your gripe is that NHL owners like having money.
No, my gripe is that something that was not an upcharge last season is now an upcharge.
Yeah,
It's like the same thing they did with the butter and the popcorn, but then they got rid of that so quick.
Because
it's
NHL owners
stupid.
like having money.
How do you
Yeah,
think
they
they're
don't have
paying for
enough
the
yet.
Arena.
We're paying for the new arena
All right, let's get back on track.
with the
Alex.
Green Line money.
Hitman corner.
Hitman Corner. 1 game since Tuesday. Calgary Hitmen faced the Swift Current Broncos. The Swift Current Broncos are always such a good team. Connor Vidston playing his old team for the first time with the Calgary Hitmen. Started out good. No scoring until the second period. Brandon Grzinski with his first of the season. And then Swift Current just decided they wanted to play some hockey. And they beat us 4-1. Not great at all. Swift Current is far away, so that means
Like,
Geographically?
like just distance wise, or like
distance wise. So Calgary's next Calgary now goes
Are
on
they?
a 3-game homestand against
Yeah.
Prince George, which is going to be really difficult. I'm probably going to be at that game. That's on Monday. That's going to be interesting. Prince George is a great team. And then our 2 big rivals, Red Deer and Lethbridge, after that. Currently, where's standings? There's standings. Currently, we are 9th out of 11. So, good start. One win. Oh, no. 2 wins, 4 losses.
They've played 6 games already.
Yeah, we've played 6 games already. Some teams have already played 7.
Whoa.
Right now, Everett Silvertips and Saskatoon Blades lead the respective divisions. Everett Silvertips, they've got the kid that we talked about a little bit at the beginning of last season. That's Landon DuPont.
Landon DuPont.
In 7 games, he's got 4 goals and 7 assists. This
Yeah.
15-year-old kid from Calgary.
Yes, yeah.
So
he played at Edge.
he played at Edge, and
My
now he's
bad.
playing at Everett.
My mom taught at Edge. Fun fact.
Ah.
For like a year.
Ah.
It's a cool school. I went there for a little
That
bit.
is cool. We had Yakimchuk back in the lineup yesterday, and before we went to Aiden's Hitman Corner, or not Aiden's
Aiden's
Hitman Corner,
Aiden has a question about hockey.
Aiden has a question about hockey. We were talking about Mark
Kastelik.
Kastelik. There is this lady who is a Hitman fan, and she has this really, really annoying plastic clapper that is
Okay.
like wrapped with like Scotch tape, and it's obviously like 700 years old. And she always wears a Kastelik jersey, and she uses the clapper at the worst points in the game. We would have like a giveaway and give away the puck, and then she'd be like, "Yeah!" And it's really loud and really annoying, especially when there's only like
I'd
200
vibe
people
with
at the
her.
dome. Yeah. She seems mean.
Moving on.
That's all I got, Alex.
Okay.
I thought that was a pretty good hockey.
No, yeah, no, that was good.
Well, that was a him and
But
corner.
it's been a long day, okay? Landon DuPont, welcome to the WHL. He's playing great.
This will come out on our social media
Ooh.
when the game kind of comes up.
Ooh.
But between now and our next show, there will be 2 Flames games.
Ooh. Sorry.
2 Flames games.
Saturday against Philly in their home opener, and then Sunday they're on the road in Edmonton.
Philly Dilly.
Diddly do.
Do we want to?
No.
0-2, baby.
I don't know what it is about the radio booth,
Yeah,
but like
I've lost all.
it's right back to where it used to be.
Which is good. I like it.
No, I need the TV studio. I need to have.
Oh, like you're just making sound effects. Like
It's just like sidebars.
I cannot
and
wait for the. I can't wait for the TikToks.
That's okay. They're fun.
You
Oh,
did-
I
And
hope
this
I-
is OG coast to coast.
I hope I'm at least one TikTok because I have the sunglasses.
It's just rough to handle.
Yeah, you edit them.
I'm gonna no, I
Oh,
edit
you
them.
edit.
I'm gonna edit them all out so that there's no TikToks of Marek in the sunglasses.
It's just zoomed in on
It's
that.
just zoom in on Matt.
It's not very nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 Flames games.
2 Flames games.
I think they
I
go.
know, back
Philly
to back.
has Philly played any games? Like they haven't played any games this
I don't
season.
even
Yet.
remember them as a team, honestly.
I don't believe they have.
Also,
Is
Devils
this
3-1.
Edmonton's? No, it's
So
not.
the Philly that'll be their first game for the Flyers.
Edmonton
That's
got
weird.
smacked.
That's
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Does every
suspicious.
team play for? Does every team play Saturday?
The bulk of the Metro hasn't played
No.
yet.
Weird.
Odd. I have no idea what to predict. No clue.
There's
I want to say
0
0-2, but I don't think it's going to be
I'm
0-2.
also tempted to say 0-2.
I'm saying 1-1. I think they beat Philly and
If-
lose to
if it-
Oilers.
If
Yeah,
it
we're gonna lose
helps,
to Oilers, who just lost by 6 to Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's a good team though.
You also got to realize, you know how mad those teams are going to be. Like Pittsburgh lost 6-0. I think they're going to come out swinging tonight.
If it helps,
Every team that gets blown out usually comes out swinging next.
Yeah,
game.
McDavid's probably just going to scream at him more, and then they'll
Phil,
come
have you-
back. So I'm going to say 0-2.
Philly opens their season this Friday against Vancouver on the 11th, and then they go to Calgary for a back-to-back on the 12th. If
1-1.
that kind of
Yeah, I'm
changes,
saying, I'm
Let's say
saying
1-1 then.
1-1.
I think we're going to beat Philly, and we're going to lose to the Oilers. Purely because of McDavid's fantastic leadership.
I'm going to say 0-2.
Phil, you're just asking for it at this point. Like,
Hey, I just
holy-
complimented him.
I'm going to say 0-2. I think Philly's going to lose their season opener against Vancouver. John Tortorella is going to be furious. That plane's going to be on fire when it lands in Calgary.
What team are we predicting?
Flyers.
We're predicting Flames, but I'm just
Oh, I
I'm
see.
just
I
giving
was
some
like,
preamble to why I think Calgary's going to lose to the Flyers.
Philly's going 0-82. That's my prediction.
Good one.
It's nice to know you're not a biased Pittsburgh
I
fan.
don't like the Flyers. I don't like
Really?
the Islanders.
Oilers are also going to get
Really?
eliminated too.
No, Islanders are the worst team for me.
No, I think
Dude, it actually is this room. Like, this is ridiculous.
I think they lose if the Flyers lose their first season game, they come into Calgary just stomping bunnies mad, and then
Stopping
There's
what?
lots of
stomp a
bunnies
mud
here.
hole in Calgary and walk it dry, and
I
then
also
Calgary
want-
goes to Edmonton and then gets their teeth kicked in. So I'm going to say 0-2 before our next show.
What are those words?
I say 1-1.
That
I think Calgary.
that was a crazy
I think Calgary
selection.
defeats the fact that the Phillies.
The Phillies.
The Flyers don't have necessarily the best
Baseball.
goalies, so
I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's a bit of
2-0.
a question mark.
They're
2-0.
gonna win.
Is
They're gonna win.
Samuel Larson and Ivan Fedotov.
well, they're probably gonna be better than Jari. I can tell you that.
Fedotov is the tower guy, right?
He is a tower guy.
He's really tall.
Yeah, no, he's exceedingly tall.
He's like 7'2".
Why are we?
He's
talking
not
about...
7'2".
All right, Alex, let's move on.
This show's kind of getting away from me. a
He
bit.
might be 7'2".
Everyone take a breath. Reset.
No.
No.
Okay. Then just keep being like.
These are the fun shows. These are the fun shows that we all know and love.
Oh, it's 3-2 Boston.
Whoa.
Boston. They're playing.
We brought
Goals
it up
by
earlier.
Elias
McAvoy.
Lindholm.
We brought
Lindholm.
up that we were playing earlier.
Lindholm has scored a goal for the
Which
Boston
Lindholm?
Zadorov
Bruins.
There's two
again.
Lindholms
The one
on
that
wasn't
the
on
Boston
Bruins.
last year.
Hampus Lindholm.
Everyone's talking over themselves. This is great.
Yeah, I like it that way.
Zadorov.
I also thought it was interesting that because since Boston has two Lindholms,
They're not doing the
they're not
initial
doing
thing.
the So like,
It's just Lindholm.
Which
What-
is weird because
You know how-
Pedersen in Vancouver, they're going to do.
yeah.
They have two Elias Pedersens, and they're both going to do the
You know how-
Pedersen.
Which
you know
really
how,
helps a
makes
lot.
sense.
You know how funny it would be if
Do
it
they
was
play
a
the same
2-on-1 and like it was a 2-on-1 for Boston and it was Lindholm and Lindholm.
Lindholm passes to Lindholm. Lindholm up to
Well,
Lindholm. Scores.
They did that when the Islanders played the Hurricanes in the playoffs. It was Sebastian Aho on a 1-on-1 against Sebastian Aho, the defenseman.
That's
And they
funny.
like hearing the announcer go, Aho passes to Aho, Aho trips Aho, Aho shoots, he scores. This is like, what?
The other Aho is a defenseman.
Yeah.
So they might be on the same lineup. That'd be fun for the PA announcer.
No,
Make their job easier.
Aho, up to Aho.
the
I love
defensive Sebastian Aho is with the Baby Penguins.
Oh,
right
guess
No,
who scored for the
Pedersen.
Senators?
Mm.
Yeah,
Pinto
and-
B.
Is Elias Lindholm a forward?
Yes, he is.
So
He's a
Alex
then
center.
Hampus Lindholm
is
is
a defenseman.
Yeah, Alex is really loving us right now.
I wonder if
Pinto
he's
B.
doing that
I'm-
way.
I'm just.
Don't worry, Alex. For the next show, will be better.
The show is what it is now.
Why? These are fun.
Yeah, I'm just saying the next one will be better.
It's gonna be more.
Anyways,
fun.
Alex. No, maybe we'll have 5 people for once.
Yeah. So.
No, it's,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we didn't
so-
even mention
we
that.
want more people.
Yeah.
And
So
then we don't want this
we're-
many
No,
people.
because we don't have like it's literally been us 3 and then Braden or us 3 and then you.
Okay, Alex, go.
So worth mentioning. Tuesday and Thursday, you're going back home for reading week, correct, Casey?
Yes.
So you
Yeah,
won't
we
be
are
here.
here.
For, you
So
won't
we
be here
won't
for
have
Tuesday.
5 next week either.
Yeah, but Redshaw's staying in town, so we'll have 4 for our show on Tuesday and 4 probably for our show on Thursday.
We've had one show with 5 people, but 2 shows with 5
That's
people.
Okay, If anything, I
And-
think our issue is talking too much, so I feel like less
Yeah.
people is actually better for everyone
Kinda
involved.
works
So
And I think Casey also mentioned to me that she's not going to be here the following Tuesday as well because she
Yes.
has a prior
my
engagement.
project.
Sorry.
So for next week, we are still going to be putting out shows. It is, as of now, it's going to be at the same time. Obviously, I have to touch base with Braden just to confirm. But we are going to do a show on Tuesday and Thursday next week, so the change in schedule won't change. The only thing that will change is that we'll have added content after Wednesday.
And I'm gonna be bruised on Thursday.
That content's probably going to be out
Eventually.
depending on how much footage I have to filter through. It's probably going to be out that weekend or the
So-
weekend
Whoa!
following
I think we're doing TikToks, and is there a YouTube video coming out for it as well?
Yeah.
for the ice stuff.
For the ice time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see way too much of you guys in those 3 days.
Yeah,
Good
so
luck.
so for TikTok it'll
I'm gonna
be
lose it.
for TikTok it'll be just kind of like shortened, but we'll probably do like more full length stuff for YouTube.
It'll be fun.
No, I think the
it'll be a lot of fun.
Also
Yeah,
come
I'm
down the
excited for that.
pipeline at some point here. I ran the idea past everyone of kind of like an impromptu, like if I sat down in front of a camera for 15 minutes, how
Oh.
many players could you name?
More than anyone here.
So I'd be very
I'll
curious
bet
to
you
see.
on that.
I'd be very curious to see how
At
many,
least you did
how
this
many names
twice in the
people
past
can
week.
name. That is very kind of early stages of planning, so that'll likely come out probably before Christmas would be the goal for me personally.
We'll figure it out day
I'm
by
just
day.
gonna start studying.
That's
now.
how I go to sleep every night. Just
Uh,
naming
I
players.
kid you not. Literally last Thursday, me and my buddy spent an hour naming as much active NHL players we could on every NHL team. We got to 400, and we could have named more. We just put to bed.
Oh, that would
Cap.
that player name thing would be current and like all time.
Yeah,
Oh,
It
that,
does not matter.
yeah. It would have
Name-
been. That
name
would
how
have
many
made it a
names
lot
you
easier.
want to. And then we also
Fred Barrett.
I think
Hey,
I
Mike
think-
Richards.
I think-
hey.
I think a couple. Aiden just in my ear saying you can get maybe two. A couple weeks ago we also mentioned that we're gonna do like an NHL thing. I'm not sure if I was on the show or not.
Yeah.
Regardless if it was or not, that's been kind of postponed for a bit.
We can
so
do it with
that,
NHL 25.
That
then,
is
too.
still in the plans. I'm not gonna get NHL 25. I refuse to.
Braden and I have it.
Nah, 24 it is. And then what we'll do is we'll film that at some point. So that's upcoming content just for the next couple months here. Outside of that, I think that's a wrap for today's show.
Oh,
I'm
that's
kind
all
of,
we're doing.
I'm
Oh,
kind of
okay.
out of topics to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose want to say, like, going forward, we're trying to see what we can do with this kind of whole podcast thing.
Yeah, it's
So
kind
this,
of spread out,
so-
diversify.
with this extra content, just if you have any suggestions, let us know. And
Yeah, you know how to reach us. Instagram, TikTok,
I
YouTube.
think I can say with full certainty, the ice time will not be the last ice time one.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have so
We're
much
gonna have a lot of fun. I get to finally stop telling them I'm good at hockey and I can show them I'm somewhat decent
I
at
don't think
hockey.
you guys are giving me enough credit. I think I'm gonna kill it.
And that is it for this week for us, Alex Perko, Phil Tremblay,
Yeah.
Marek Robinson,
See you guys.
Casey Freeman.
Good night.
We will see you guys on Tuesday.
Woo!
Now these are working.
You didn't say bye to Matt Duchesne.
Bye, Mini Matt.
Bye.
Holy, my ears. Whoa.